Hello, hi, my name is Mo and I thought today I would do a video talking about Harry Styles. So first of all, I shall address the change of scenery. I have moved back in with my parents for a couple of months, just over Christmas. But anyway, this video is not about me. None of my videos are about me, except when they are. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. Most of them are about other people. And as I said before, today, this video is about Harry Styles. I doubt I'll need to explain who Harry Styles is, but I'll do it anyway. Harry Styles is one of the most famous musicians in the world currently. He used to be part of One Direction, now he makes his own solo music. He's got an album called Fine Line, and then another self-titled album. I listen to a lot of alternative music, so I wasn't really expecting to like his stuff, but honestly, I actually think his music is pretty good. Harry Styles is known for going against gender roles, you know. He often wears very extravagant and traditionally feminine clothing. And in this photo shoot for Vogue, he was wearing a dress. This dress single-handedly pissed off the entire of conservative Twitter. Candace Owens, a conservative pundit, tweeted out, "There is no society that can survive without strong men. The East knows this. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is being taught to our children is not a coincidence. It is an outright attack. Bring back manly men." This tweet is absolutely bizarre for a number of reasons. The first thing I want to address is the East knows this. Let's have a look at what we have in the East. K-pop. I cannot think of a more perfect example of androgyny. But anyway, that's just the first weird thing she says. She then goes on to say how the steady feminization of our men is like destroying society. I want to be like really careful with the way I phrase things. I don't want to just shit on people's ideas, but at the same time, that's rubbish and it's not happening. We still have manly men. Where have manly men gone? They're still here. Who is feminizing men? Like who? Give me some names. She then goes on to say Marxism is being taught to our children, and I really don't know what she's trying to get at here. If she's meaning like it's being taught to kids in school, I mean sort of. Like when you're in school you do learn about different political theories, especially if you're doing philosophy or a subject like that. But of course that's not really what she's meaning. What she's implying is that schools are pushing a Marxist ideology, which couldn't be further from the truth. We live in a capitalist society. Schools aren't pushing socialism or communism or anything like that. Schools, for the most part, want to uphold the status quo. If you go to school, you will not find teachers pushing Marxism. Unless by Marxism you mean trans and gay people being treated well. Because that's what most people, like Candace Owens, mean when they say Marxism. They just mean that you can no longer shout slurs at marginalised communities, and they feel upset because they feel like that violates their human rights. Their rights to free speech and, you know, abusing gay people. The phrasing, "bring back manly men," is very strange to me, because Harry Styles is manly. In fact, I would go as far as to say I think Harry Styles is a very masculine person. I think he's a very manly man. The right-wing political commentator Ben Shapiro quote-tweeted Candace Owens and went on this unhinged rant. "This is perfectly obvious. Anyone who pretends that it is not a referendum on masculinity for men to don floofy dresses is treating you as a full-on idiot. Masculinity and femininity exist. Outward indicators of masculinity and femininity exist in nearly every human culture. Boys are taught to be more masculine in virtually every human culture because the role of men is not always the same as the role of women. The left knows this, of course. The point of Styles doing this photo shoot is to feminize masculinity. Otherwise, why would it be headline worthy for Styles to don a dress? The left knows this. They openly say gender is both important and socially constructed, which is why they tell you a man can be a woman, e.g. despite no biological underpinning. Pretending that men dressing like women does not feminize men is ridiculous, particularly coming from the same people who are celebrating Styles because he is feminizing masculinity. I am so sorry that I just put you through that. First of all, I'd just like to say I think it is hilarious that Ben Shapiro has the audacity to sort of call Harry Styles out for feminizing masculinity. Like, Ben, have you seen yourself? And have you seen Harry Styles? Harry Styles is a 6-foot-something, deep-voiced, six-packed man. Ben, you are a 5-foot-something, high-pitched, flamboyant little man. Mate, I'm sorry, but look in the mirror. What fascinates me is how upset they've gotten over Harry Styles just wearing a dress. He's just wearing a dress. And he looks great. These ideas of masculinity and femininity that Ben Shapiro is talking about are completely socially constructed. He's not talking about biological features such as, a deep voice or whatever. He's talking about clothing. Masculinity and femininity, for the most part, are social constructs. Of course, you have traits like deep voices or soft skin, and those are masculine and feminine traits that are rooted in biology. But that's not what he's talking about. That's not what any of these conservative pundits are talking about. They're talking about clothing. They're claiming that by wearing a dress, Harry Styles is feminizing men. He's just wearing a dress. There's nothing else to it. This idea of men can only wear this and women can only wear that is so backwards and strange. I don't know why they're so attached to it. Our ideas around masculinity and femininity change over time. If you look at people like Henry VIII, for example, he's wearing what we would now call in today's society feminine clothes. I mean, look at him. He's got ruffles and all these other things that we associate with femininity. But back then, he was considered the height of masculinity. That clothing was considered masculine. It makes no sense to try and essentialize something that was socially constructed in the first place. And it's funny because confidence is considered a masculine trait. And I can't think of anything more masculine than going out and doing what Harry Styles has just done. Which is essentially just say, fuck you, I'm gonna wear whatever makes me happy, and I don't care what people think. I can't believe these people go around calling people like me triggered SJW snowflakes, when the minute a man puts on a dress, they go off like that. I think it really does say something about their mentality. They call us snowflakes for getting upset when they yell slurs and discriminate against us. But they get upset when a man wears a dress. People like this will claim that women don't like feminine men. Women like it when men are all tough and manly and big and burly. But that is not the impression I have gotten. Harry Styles is universally considered one of the most attractive men alive. Women love Harry Styles. And women love K-pop. And do you want to know why? Because women are so sick and tired of having to deal with shitty men who aren't in touch with their emotions. Emotional intelligence is a really attractive trait. If someone is emotionally intelligent, you can have deep conversations with them. You can connect and empathize with them on a level that you just can't otherwise. Harry Styles looks fine as fuck in that dress. He's finding joy in expressing himself the way that he feels most comfortable. Why do you care so much? That's what I want to know. Why do you care? Why do you care what makes somebody else happy? It doesn't affect you. If Harry Styles wants to wear a dress, why are you so upset? This doesn't harm anyone. In fact, I think it helps people. Because men are so constricted by this idea of a masculinity that so many of them feel lost. They don't know how to express their masculinity. These weird ideas around masculinity and femininity actually harm men. They make men feel lost and alone. They feel like they can't express themselves in a way that will make them happy. If they are masculine, they don't know what to do with their masculinity. And if they are feminine, well, they're ostracized by society. So they have to bottle it all up and pretend to be somebody they're not. And how horrible is that? I think what Harry Styles is doing is amazing. If young men can grow up realizing that they can express themselves however they want, they're going to be so much happier. And the world is going to be a better place because they'll be able to talk about their feelings and they won't feel so lost and alone. Male suicide is a problem. Men commit suicide at a higher rate than women, and that's because they don't feel like they can talk about their feelings. They don't feel like they can go and get help. Because getting help is considered feminine. You know, you're not a real man if you have to get help. I really hope we can move past these toxic ideas of what a man should be and what a woman should be. And I'm really happy to see big celebrities like Harry Styles challenging these gender roles. I think it's great. I think it's beautiful. And you know what? I have so much respect for Harry Styles for doing this. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say in this video. I just wanted to let you know that you can express yourself however you want. If you want to wear pink fluffy dresses and paint your nails, that is fine. Go do it. And likewise, if you want to shave your head and wear a tracksuit, do it. Do what will make you happy. Because at the end of the day, that's all you can do. It's so much better to just be who you are than try and conform to standards that you're never going to meet. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe and follow me on my social medias. I am Cops Hate Mo on everything. You can also pledge to my Patreon. And yeah, I hope you have a good day, stay safe, and I'll see ya.